Greetings, YouTube. With about an hour left in the Level Up event last night, I was debating what I should do. Now, my normal strategy, which really helps me, is to go into my 5 stars. And it was to scroll down all the way to the bottom, and for arena grinding purposes, take the champions at the bottom, whether that's Awakened Cyclops for Kabam Mike's lover, or Unawakened Green Goblin, or Electro, etc., and take them to rank 2, so that eventually all of my 5-star champions will have a minimum PI of about 5,000, which you can see is what I've done with these champions. But I decided against that, because when I went to my overwhelming amount of catalysts that have overflowed from this past July 3rd / July 4th weekend, not only do I have one fully formed Tier 5 basic in the overflow, but most importantly, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 Tier 2 Alpha. And I have a host of champions that I can take to rank 5. But lately, I have found this motivation to take 5 stars that I've always wanted to take to rank 5 that aren't available as 6 stars in the game. And so that brought me to Voodoo, Gwenpool, Iceman, and Medusa. Now, normally, I would say Iceman would be my choice, and I would just go up to 6 Tier 4 Mutant Catalyst. And I might still take him up eventually, especially because I have so much respect for Mr. Dork Lessons. And he loves his 565 Iceman and has swore by him for years. Swore by him for years, I should say. But he's not suicide friendly. So you kind of have to spam the special one with Iceman. And I'm not a fan of that, especially in something like Incursions. But the champion that you don't even have to worry about firing off specials, at least in my experience, and still does just amazing damage. A champion that maybe someday will come to the 6-star pool, but not anytime soon, at least not at the time of recording this, is a champion that I'm just going to say screw it. I have loved this champion for so long. I used to view her as a top 5 champion, and she was the only reason why I took down that God-forsaken uncollected Thanos boss during, what was it, the Infinity War uncollected? One of the first uncollected events ever. It was a total nightmare. She is awesome. Now, I don't know what SIG she is. 123. Well, I don't know if I'll actually take her to SIG 200 or not. But we have just enough left in the Level Up event to where I'm going to say, screw it. I've always wanted a 565 Gwenpool. Let's start by taking her up and just having fun with a champion that I have always had fun with. And what I like to do is sell that ISO, do a clean slate, and then go to the skill. Now, unfortunately, because of all of my 6-star rank ups this weekend, I have run out of skill ISO. So I will be using Tier 5 ISO of different classes just to expedite this rank up. But in the meantime, I'm just really excited. You know, in life, you should always take your own advice. And my advice has constantly been the following. If there is a champion that you love, a champion that makes you enjoy this Marvel Casino of Champions game a lot more than any other, even if they're a champion that you no longer see at the top of tier lists, not in the top beyond God tier, or maybe not even God tier discussion anymore. Although Would you still put Gwenpool in that category? I know some who say yes. I know some who say no. Certainly for some utility, you would. But this is just a champion that I'm excited to take into incursions, that I'm excited to play around with some gameplay, and that makes my experience playing this game so much more enjoyable. So I'm pumped, YouTube. And eventually I do think, even if my suicide masteries stay the same, I'll take Iceman up. Just for old time's sake. But with that suicide setup, it's just not the most practical. I wish it was, but it's not. Gwenpool, 15,290 rating. And when I look at my 6 stones of the class variety, how many do I have? You know? Why not? I wasn't planning on doing this before I started. But let's just see, for fun, right? For just having some fun. Let's see what we can do when we get her to Sig 200. I don't know what kind of gameplay would best show her off, but I have a feeling some of you watching this video may. A maxed out 565 Sig 200 Gwenpool. Never thought I'd have the resources to do that, and yet, looky there. Nick Fury, Massacre, Blade, and Gwenpool. All 4 of my skill maxed out. I can't believe I have a 6-star max Sig Aegon before I opened a 5-star Aegon. Is that a flex? I guess so. Never thought I'd be able to say it. So I'm going to claim the catalysts. And the crazy thing is, when I scroll down, because of the Tier 2 Alpha quote-unquote issue, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in overflow. I guess I'll have to attend to that at some point. But this video is already 8 minutes long, so we're going to wrap it up here. Let this be a PSA for doing what you enjoy in this game. Remember this Gwenpool rank up, this Max Sig rank up, and just, hey, if it's something that you enjoy, even if you don't do but incursions with them, why not? Have some fun. Treat yourself. You might just thank yourself or myself after you do it.